strong. As you can see, that beautiful shot right there. Many times this time of year, we can easily run into that fog being sort of persistent all day long, but most areas did get sunshine today. Santa Barbara topping out at a beautiful 80 degrees, and even our cooler coastal areas, say around Lompoc down through Oxnard, didn't do too bad, actually. A lot of areas getting the mid to upper 70s. Inland areas, of course, very toasty. A lot of areas still right at about 100 degrees. Paso Robles, compare that with kind of a chilly Morro Bay at 59. That does typically happen this time of year, where you can get that big, wide sort of a temperature variation. 40 degrees right there, if I do the math right. 66 in Lompoc, so a little cool there. And again, not seeing a whole lot of onshore flow right now. It is still sticking right along the coast, but for the most part, it's a very seasonal pattern. That means coastal fog, very warm conditions, and if we blow it up out into the Pacific, there is some energy out there in the form of an area of low pressure. This time of year, usually they're very weak. They're kind of moisture starved, so there is some energy moving into the Pacific Northwest, but for us, it just kind of pushes the onshore flow. But overall, high pressure, which is basically air sinking over the region, still remains in full control of most of California. It's just that sliver of coastline where we are getting just a little bit of that energy off the ocean, so therefore that means that we do get partly cloudy conditions, for the most part, just right along the beaches, and that would be your marine layer. And you can see tomorrow morning, right around the commute hours, we'll start off the day with a little bit of fog along the central coast. As we put it into motion, get toward the afternoon, it looks like it kind of hovers. If I do my geography right, or if I know my geography right, that would be Point Sal. That's basically in northern Santa Barbara County heading into San Luis. Just a little bit of that marine layer lingering throughout the day, and then it will likely charge right back in again tomorrow night. Now, this is an area known as the ITCZ, or the Intertropical Convergence Zone. Basically, that's where our tropical activity happens, and it looks like another system is setting up. Right now, it's just a depression. It's an area that's basically focusing in some energy. If it continues to develop over the next couple of days, it'll be our next tropical storm, which is down the list, number 4 for this year. 60s overnight along the Santa Barbara South Coast, 70s and 80s for your afternoon highs tomorrow, and that goes for just about everybody. Mid-50s as you head a little farther north for the overnight lows. Inland areas still very toasty. Right along the 101 there in Paso Robles will go ahead and put you at about 100 degrees, pretty close. And if you head out to the beaches, obviously a little bit cooler. Same story for Oxnard, those regions, inland areas, Ojai, back towards Santa Paula and Camarillo, very nice and warm and even hot. The beaches a little bit cooler, right on the sand, high 60s to mid 70s, even upper 70s. Surf is out there. We do actually have some waves coming from the southern hemisphere and some northwest wind energy, and there is your 7-day forecast. We'll go ahead and keep it very nice and even warming as we head toward the holiday weekend. Boy, just nothing to really complain about. Everybody right about where they should be for this time of year, if not even a tad bit warmer. So the inland areas, upper 80s, even some 90s, wrapping up toward end of next weekend, which of course is the holiday weekend and the first official weekend of July.
I know, I'm excited. Hopefully it'll be beautiful that day, no surprises.
It's that fog you got to watch out for. Boy, if we get the colored fog because of the fireworks going, that's never
right. Last year that happened. We had some fogs, and then in Santa Barbara where the fireworks came up, it was a little foggy. But
does not look like that'll happen this year, but don't,
I can't hold you to it?
Knock on wood or something.
All right, thanks for that, Sean. Well, it's beautiful up and down our coast, but extreme weather is affecting people across the country. Minnesota and Tennessee are seeing heavy rains and flash flooding, and Arizona is facing a massive wildfire. Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton says damage from the flooding there is significant. Flash flooding is posing a problem for drivers. Some roads